Let's talk about dollars and cents. You know, banks and financial institutions need to be vigilant all the time. Hackers are always trying to break through the latest high-tech security systems. Hundreds of millions of dollars are spent upgrading security. But what about you? How hip are you when it comes to giving up sensitive financial information for yourself, your family, maybe your business? Well, we've got First Bank's Senior Vice President and Chief Information Security Officer, Marc Ashworth, and he joins me to discuss some things that you need to do first before you leave the house even today, perhaps. We were talking about phishing being a big problem right now, and also malware, people trying to get into your computer. Talk about some of the biggest challenges that you see.
Sure, thank you for having me here this morning. So one of the big things right now is with phishing emails and targeted attacks towards companies and even people in general, and they really try to put a sense of urgency to their emails to get you to click on those links. And when they do, what happens is it downloads a payload and it causes malware to get onto your system. Some of these malwares are quite destructive. It's called ransomware, and it actually encrypts all your data, and then they hold you for ransom, usually for Bitcoin, in order to get that back. But there's no guarantee that you'll get it back even if you pay the ransom. And if you do pay the ransom, you still have to clean up your machine afterwards. So just because you pay it doesn't mean you're done, because they might leave more tools on their systems and on your system in order to get back into your system.
I know at First Bank, or any bank for that matter, one important thing that I learned is that somebody from a bank or financial institution will not call you and ask you to verify or update personal information or send a text or an email with that personal information. It's just not done that way.
That's correct. First Bank will not call you, and most financial institutions will not call you.
Or email.
Or email
or
you.
Text.
Or text you. So if you get something from it is a scam, and don't click on those links, don't return the text, because they could compromise your phone just by simply clicking on that link from that text message. So it doesn't take very long for them to do it, and it can happen without you knowing it.
There's so many ways you do it. You should never write your PIN number, I know, like that, for example, on a debit card.
Correct.
Or, because somebody can steal it that way, or skimming.
Yep.
Skimming is another issue. How often should you check your bank account for suspicious activity, or is that done by the bank?
The banks do keep a close eye on your accounts, but you should always yourself keep a close eye on your accounts and make sure that what's happening is truly the deposits and the transactions that you're doing. For skimming, it's very easy. A lot of times those skimming devices, if you go up to a pump or an ATM, you can wiggle it, and if it pops off, then you know there's a skimming device. There are some that's more tricky where it's actually within there, which you cannot really detect. You can also look on your Bluetooth on your phone and see if there's any odd Bluetooth connections, and that will also keep you from or knowing that there's a skimmer that's nearby.
I heard people can even skim your purse or your wallet, so you're supposed to put a piece of, maybe foil in there or something, or maybe get one of these credit card protectors. I don't know, they're always thinking of new ways. The banks are aware of it. That's why they have to constantly spend money on protection. Yep. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Some good advice from First Bank. All right, Randy?